Ladies and gentlemen, let me try to portray what's going on in the previous debate in the opening bench. The opening government tried to define the motion of this house. They defined the definition of the LGBT itself, ladies and gentlemen, and we do agree about the definition they give to us, except of one. They say about that the transgender can happen when people are married. As long as we know, as long as our team knows that the bisexual can happen before or after the marriage itself, ladies and gentlemen. So the bisexual, it doesn't only happen after the marriage, ladies and gentlemen. And the opening government tried to define the school curriculum in terms of this will be only implemented in the high school, ladies and gentlemen. And our team will propose that this kind of policy will be implemented to the educational system, ladies and gentlemen. And I will tell more about it in my argument. And also, we do agree that LGBTQ people were born unluckily. Why? Because they can choose their sexual preference, ladies and gentlemen, as the opening governments have said before. But we don't agree that people will normally like the opposite sex when they were born. Because what? Because in this motion, we know that we are talking about the LGBT, ladies and gentlemen. The country who has legalized the LGBT has accepted the various of sex preferences, ladies and gentlemen. How can you say that people that belong to this kind of group is abnormal, ladies and gentlemen? And the opening opposition tries to define that LGBTQs are abnormal, ladies and gentlemen. As I have already said before, how can we say this is abnormal if the country itself has legalized the LGBT itself, ladies and gentlemen? And they also said that the intelligent students doesn't come from the LGBT groups. What is the reason? What is the evidence of this statement? They don't give us the clear explanation about this, ladies and gentlemen. And also, they are talking about the children's psychology and behavior. And when we implement the LGBTs in the school curriculum, they say that it will harm the children's psychology and behavior. Actually, it will help them to know, ladies and gentlemen, to know do they belong to the LGBT or not, and if they belong to the LGBT, what should they do? And if they do not belong to LGBT, how they will act towards the LGBT group, ladies and gentlemen? Will they discriminate these people, ladies and gentlemen? And let me talk to my argument. We believe that most countries in Europe, like Netherlands, France, Germany, Italy, and other continents like Australia or other countries like Thailand, USA, has accepted the value of LGBTQ itself, ladies and gentlemen. They have legalized this LGBT in their countries, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why we think that this kind of countries can implement the LGBT in their school curriculum, ladies and gentlemen. And I have 2 points here. The first is the characteristic of education, and the second is the mechanism of the school curriculum can be accepted in the LGBTQ, ladies and gentlemen, in the legalized country. Let me go to my first argument, the characteristic of education. As you know that education, the point of the education is can easily be accessed by people who go to school. And the second point is that the education can be perceived depending on the range of the age, ladies and gentlemen. By inserting the LGBTQ towards the school curriculum, it means that we will help to educate the country which legalized the LGBTQ to know, to aware of this term, ladies and gentlemen. Because what? Because even in the countries where LGBTQs are legalized, there are some people still discriminate others, and the people that discriminate others are still the people who belongs in the school, who still are the part of the educated people, ladies and gentlemen. And the point is, how could the educated people who live in the countries where LGBTQs are legal discriminate other people who belong to the LGBTQ groups, ladies and gentlemen? And now, talking about the mechanism of the school curriculum, we believe that school curriculum consists of 3 stages of school. The first is primary school, stages of school. In the primary school, we can put that the difference or variety of the people. We will tell that it is okay to be different, but you can choose your life no matter what your preferences sex are. And in the secondary school, we will try to tell how they couldn't discriminate other people just because of their sexual preferences, ladies and gentlemen, and how people should be treated equally, ladies and gentlemen. More specific explanation, we will explain about each terminology of LGBTQ itself, ladies and gentlemen, in the secondary school. And by knowing the terms itself, they will know what should and what they shouldn't do, even if they are part of this group or if they are not part of this group, ladies and gentlemen. Like they will know about the sexual education, ladies and gentlemen, and they will understand that they cannot change partners so easily because it is unsafe, ladies and gentlemen, because it can has the HIV, AIDS. We know about